Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Persona 5 Royal. What I'm going to tell you right off the bat here is that I am currently not in control. This is, for the most part, post-commentary. By the time I realized what was going on, it was already near the end of the episode, because I didn't check to see that my game recording was operational. Real quick, we are going to start this episode off by going over to Maruki. He has some counseling we can work on, try to build that bond. Because he is one of the characters I've been recommended to build a strong confidant level with. There are other confidants. One I can think of that I probably will not end up getting in this entire playthrough. That is the politician. That is in Shibuya, because why would I waste time doing a part-time job when that doesn't give me the money? So you're not gonna hear me reading any of these text boxes because there's a risk that I will read them too slowly this time. So what I'll probably do is talk about what I did and kind of the direction I was going in up until we get to actual current commentary, which is, if I zoom out, around the 45-minute mark. Yeah, that's how long it took me in this episode to realize there was something wrong. So, one of the key things in this particular episode is...
The others kinda overshadow you sometimes, but don't forget, you're famous too. Just make sure you're careful, okay? Hey, inmates!
Okay. One of the important things that I think that I get into is the final conclusion of Madarame's story. Because I've noticed the conclusion of a storyline ends and the new one begins when Igor's confidant level increases. And we have not had that yet. We are going to be making our way back to Shibuya towards the Velvet Room because Caroline and Justine want to go on a outing. This is going to be a new mechanic that they've introduced that will help me build their bonds, because clearly the game has noticed, Derez Studios isn't hunting for shadows anymore. Let's just go have a date with him. And it's a little weird. I even made a joke about it, and like, it was in poor taste because these are children. They're not even old enough for dating, I think. I mean, there could just be their physical forms being in the state of a child, and they're actually like thousands of years old. Fire Emblem does this with their dragons. Tiki and Naui. Yeah, it's a whole thing there. So, yeah. This particular one is the first instance, so it's not going to be too challenging or difficult. What Caroline and Justine want us to do is to take them to a place that is out of this world. It hasn't got to that point yet. But basically where they want to go is the Big Bang Burger, which is good because actually I don't think it's good. I don't think I get an increase of guts. I just think that it's a boost of their relation. Which is okay. I mean, could be worse. Could be better. But it could be worse. As of this post-production, actually, I'm starting a new project that will be coming to the channel. So while we're getting to Big Bang Burger, I might as well mention that. You guys should check it out. It is an amazing roleplay game, just like this one. But it is Nintendo, it is Mario, and it is paper. So it is Paper Mario. Yeah. Okay. It looks like we are finally making our way to the Big Bang Burger. The triple B's. And if ever there was a way to distinguish Justine and Caroline as characters who don't know anything about the human world, it is this. I also have discovered that I really pick the wrong text boxes every time. Either I get no music notes or one music note. I'm trying to cater my discussions with these characters that cater to their personalities, and I constantly keep missing. But, I mean, I'm playing this blind. What do you expect from me? Semi-blind. I may be looking up answers for the classrooms and answers for the crosswords. Just because those are really difficult to just... They're asking me things that I didn't even learn in school. So this is the Big Bang Super Challenge. So this is what the final Guts level is gonna get me. And I'm excited for it because imagine being able to eat all of this. Speaking of, we are also going to be working on improving knowledge in the coming episodes. Just because we need to increase knowledge and guts to complete the second tier of the Big Bang Challenge. We also do want to work on proficiency because I actually think we do increase it this episode. It's either this episode or next episode that we will be boosting proficiency from level 2 to level 3. It is really awesome, guys. That's amazing. There's just a lot to cover. I may get very quiet at times just because trying to reiterate events from without reading the text boxes is a bit difficult because in current commentary I'd be reading these text boxes, but obviously like
Listen up.
that doesn't work. So unless the characters are truly talking themselves, then those areas I'll be super quiet for, because the purpose is to hear the characters talk and give you game dialogue. It's what I would do for any kind of organization. I guess I could. Justine and Caroline are both trying to kill me with this burger, as they're like, why don't you just finish the burger? It's truly too much of a task to have asked you to eat this big giant burger. I don't think there's even a real world burger like that. Look at that. I'm dead. I am dead. How very, very sad. You almost didn't make it through. Yes, Justine is my favorite of the two twins. I care more for the ponytail look than I do about the buns. I don't know. Something about the buns, just in a character design, they're odd. In some cases it works, like Star Wars, Princess Leia, she had buns on the side of her head. But like that's sci-fi royalty. I don't know. It's weird. In some cases it works, in some cases it doesn't. So they're just asking me, why do humans push themselves? And I go with, it's because they are human. And like, it's a weird philosophy thing. I again feel like I picked the wrong answer to get the boosts that I need. So now the kids are like, we will go through the Big Bang Challenge. And this girl, the server's like, oh, you're just a little kid. But you can have a toy. A cute little spaceship. It's 500 yen. I think I end up paying for. We didn't ask for. It's too late now. You fool. Now we will forever be seen as children in this diner. I'm pretty sure people are looking at these two girls like, who the heck are these two military girls?
Wonders of space, but at least the taste was passable.
You seemed much more excited by the toy than the taste anyway.
Shut up! I saw you eating around those pickle things or whatever they are, Justine.
That wasn't food from this Earth. It was clearly a alien spawn of some sort.
What? Is this true? I see. Well, they didn't taste bad. But seriously, what are they? I ate all of mine, you know.
Calm down, Caroline. We're getting off track.
Well, at any rate, we've determined that hamburgers are incapable of conveying the majesty of space. While the toy spaceship helped to soften the blow, there's no denying the truth. Now we will formally acknowledge the completion of your task.
Here is your reward.
You better work just as hard next time. We know about all sorts of locations that would aid your rehabilitation.
I'm still taken aback by the truth. Your world is absolutely full of these shop places. For a reasonable fee, nearly every desire can be fulfilled, all as if it were nothing.
That does sound interesting. I believe it may merit further research. Anyways, good work, inmate. Your final task for the day is to escort us back to the Velvet Room. Let's move.
So one thing that I want to say is that I think the twins are going to be a lot more worth it to complete, depending on what these abilities are used for. For the next 3 episodes, I don't investigate, but this just reminds me, figure out how to do Miragi and so on. I still technically have the treasure goblin as well, the treasure demon, to use. That would be great to upgrade one of my current personas with a bunch of abilities and elemental strikes. I think I will be starting off episode 34 doing that. We're all the way down in Mementos, so I do have access to the Velvet Room. It's just something that I have to mentally remind myself to do the next time I boot up the game. So now we are here back at school.
A request to the student body. It says they're looking for information. I heard Principal Kobayakawa put it up. Please consult the Student Council President if you have any details.
So we can go to her for anything? Why the Student Council President, though? What does she have to do with Principal Kobayakawa?
I mean, Nijima-san is his favorite. Maybe that's why he asked her to do it.
How tragic.
And that is also sad. I'm emotionally drawn to Makoto because she's this top of her class student council president, and there's all this expectation that comes with her, and a lot of it now is just being forced by a principal who is just, he's so unforgiving as a character. I do not like the principal.
Give it a try.
This is talking about the Red King crab question. How are they a type of crab? They're related to the hermit. what makes them different, it's the number of legs.
This is it.
Crabs usually have 4
That's it.
sets, but the king crab has 3. Oh, 5 pairs. While regular crabs have 4. Okay. You wouldn't know from this picture that only shows the crab having 3 legs. Maybe I have that backwards.
Nice going.
They are not an arachnid, basically. We still have a lot of work to do if we want to get knowledge boosted. I kind of wish there was a way to see how much more I have to progress to do it. But that's something that, unfortunately, I don't have access to. So this is talking about crab meats and in LeBlanc. Next, we deal with the afternoon. And some more messages from Ryuji, Takumi, and Yusuke about the spreading name of the Phantom Thieves. That is because we still believe we are on the right of good. Something that we don't get challenged upon until next episode, so please stay tuned for that. I did record 3 episodes in this batch. I have not done any more, so as of this audio recording, episode 33 is done. It just requires posting, which would be, this comes out Friday, next Friday. Next up, we go after school. I believe I do a trip to the doctors. Our lovely confidant of death. I'll write this first.
President, what is the meaning of that posting?
Principal Kobayakawa put that up without my...
We've already received some anonymous information. I heard some students are getting threatened. I'm so scared. Please do something.
What?
They have dirt on me and they're demanding money? I can't go to the police, what should I do? Isn't this talking about the crimes that have been rumored to be occurring in Shibuya?
So there are even victims at our school. What should we do?
This isn't the responsibility of the student council. This is frightening for us too. Principal Kobayakawa called you in yesterday, right? Did he tell you anything about this?
Well, no. He's out today, but I will ask him tomorrow. Please wait on this for the time being.
If you say so.
My apologies for the confusion. Don't worry. I'll do something about all of this. Hey!
So yeah, that is Makoto. We're getting new information. Group of burglars terrorizing Shibuya. This is talking about the next step, but we don't have a lead. So this is not becoming a request yet. Just to give that fair heads up. It is something that is going to come along in a little bit. This, I believe, is our next story arc. The one that will get us our next party member, who I think is going to be Makoto. Because I don't believe it's going to be the next male, the guy character from the previous episode from the streets. Where Makoto was like, that's odd, watching Madarame's confession. So An wanted to hang out, but so did, I can't even remember her name. Takumi. So we had these. I ended up going with Takumi because I find it harder to have time with Takumi since An is an ally. And Takumi just seems like someone who you progress when she's ready to progress.
Oh.
And it looks like we have someone to take care of.
And?
So, this is another segment where I was reading the text boxes. This little girl is sick, and Takumi got information about how they went to a big hospital and were told that it's just bronchitis. But the dad's like, this can't be bronchitis. It's still going on from the medicine we've given her. And so Takumi's like, well, there's not much I can do. And we basically pop that bubble. We're going to be the one that says, hey, you're going to be okay, little girl. And then Takumi's like, you should not be talking to the patient. And then she's like, but we'll see what we can do. Was the person who helped you so-and-so? And so on. So I think Takumi told us she worked at a hospital before. Which would be different.
Hey.
Like, Takumi isn't saying that she can't help because she doesn't have the medicines. She's trying to say we're not a hospital. We can't really take in your case because your case is being taken care of by a doctor. And there she is. That's a very irresponsible thing to say.
Hello?
And then this is me going back to see what it is that Takumi said. And then this is saying that we have the medicine in stock, and she asks me to go get it because I'm no longer just a guinea pig. I am her assistant. I'm entering the field of medicine. Maybe this is what my future rehabilitation is leading me. To be a doctor or nurse. I mean, in real life, my direction in life is to work in films and editing. Primarily editing. I really want to get into editing most of all. But I require just more practice, more skills. Maybe going out and actually doing some regular recordings, not just this. But I haven't dedicated my time to that yet. There's so much to do. So much. I'm trying to start working out and swimming. There's house cleanup and packing. So the man was like, yeah, we'll pay $1 million if we really have to. You probably don't take credit cards. And she's like, oh, you're really gonna pay? And then she's like, the person who ran your case was this guy, wasn't it? And then she's like, no, it will be free of charge. I think she was gonna do it free of charge regardless. She just created an excuse. I feel the correct answer to get the best music notes out of Takumi in this one would have been to say why free.
By the way,
and now she's like, you're gonna be performing a very special exam. And she's starting to take this very, she always has to talk to me so differently. And like, no filters or restraints at all. 10 out of 10 for Takumi. What we've got is Death being ranked up to rank 4. This is great. We don't have anything new to claim saying, yeah, this is good. And now Takumi is telling the little girl she can't quite go back to school because she'll be... My gosh, I'm just yawning. I have no idea why. The girl can't go back to school. She's still infectious. So just take it easy. Assisting with the clinical trials gives me 1 to guts. Eventually, I will get guts to level 3. I feel I'm close. And now this is Takumi phoning to check in. You know, the usual. And talking about all this. Now, I did try to go in a different direction with how to talk to Takumi. Saying, punish me more. She's like, good grief. So, clearly I don't quite understand what it is Takumi's about. In terms of this is what kind of language to use with her. I thought I did, but in reality I don't. We're gonna go inside. I think we go out and do the big beef burger. Oh no, we do the crossword. This is one where I did have to look up what it was because I was correct about what it is. A type of outdoor allergy that's pollen. Going down, this is a reaction. I thought it was gonna be sniffles, but no, it is sneeze. And then across gets congested. What gets congested? Your nose gets congested. N-O-S-E. So, we are back to trying to figure out what a cross is. And that is a type of outdoor allergy. Well, that is pollen. Pollen is something that is an outdoor allergy. Doubling up on that, there is a term for being allergic to the outdoors, and that is pollinosis. I had to look it up. That's actually what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to find the answer, the words that I'm trying to find. It is spelled P-O-L-L-E-N-O-S-I-S. Pollinosis. And that's really cool. Like, I knew the answer. That's kind of why I'm like, I went to look it up, because I knew that it had something to do with the pollen. But I did not know the true term of it was called pollinosis. And here we go. P O L L E N O S I S. Pollinosis. Next, we get the little bit of details here that it's an allergic reaction when pollen makes contact with the membranes in the nose and eye. So yeah, that is this crossword. Let's go back to the discussion previously. The new series that I'll be coming out, that is because right now the only series being broadcast on my YouTube at this moment is Persona 5. We are in June. My anniversary video doesn't come out for another 2 months. So 2 months of just one series didn't seem like the best option. So I decided, let's just go back and do some final wrap-ups of the year. Get started on new projects. And one thing that I wanted to do was just get the Nintendo 64 online service, because that's a good one. We are just reviewing now the Old Man, and we're gonna go figure out that request so that it can be triggered for the next time we go to Mementos. We even have Morgana saying we have a target identified. We haven't had a target identified, so now we're gonna go figure it out. Anyways, back to that discussion. So I wanted the Nintendo Switch Online pieces anyways, so I thought, since I still have 2 months for the end of the year, the 4th anniversary video to come out to celebrate 2021 to 2022, I decided let's do some retro games that I found really amazing and love and found easy to do on my personal time, just so that I had a bit of replay acknowledgement what I'm doing. I completed Paper Mario in 3 days. That's not 3 days back-to-back hours. That's 3 days of maybe 4 hours a day. It's very easy. It's very quick. I know what I'm doing. I know where I'm looking. And I think that it'll just make for a very fun and interesting series. It's not going to go to a full 100% in terms of catalog or anything like that, because unfortunately Paper Mario 1 didn't really have a measurement or reward system or anything for having a complete catalog. You could tattle because there's unique dialogue with Goombario saying, oh, you can do this. I did find the name of the family of the old man. You talk to the guy in the sweater vest here at the bar, and he'll tell you the name of the guy and that his bones and joints hurt on rainy days. And there we go. Now we have the request filled. So yeah, there is that. Next, we are going to just double check. I don't know who I'm supposed to talk to about if cats disappeared in the city. Squag, if you are watching this episode, please send me a message about how I activate this request. Because I have 3 people that I talk to here in Yogan, and no one's telling me about the disappearing cats in Yogan. And like, just let me know if there is someone that I'm missing, or if this is supposed to be a request for later on that Morgana just kind of told us about early. Please, I need assistance on it. Don't tell me details of the storyline involving it, just like, how do I do the next step? I talked to this drunken souse. I don't know what a souse is, because that's not a spouse. These 2 children do nothing. I'm now just gonna go back and ask him the other 2 things, see if that gives us anything. And strip. Are you serious? You'll have me Jewish. I think I go buy some tin clasps now. Or string. Yeah, because I'm still looking for some sort of extra talk bubble here. There's no one there. That's the grocery store. This is just a dead end. Nothing over here. So yeah, still nothing. So now I think I go to the recycling store. Yeah, the second-hand store, and I just buy everything. Because why wouldn't I? I have 70,000. That's a good amount of money. Do 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 do. And there we go. So now we're gonna go. I think we're trying to find any last resorts. And there's nothing. So into the dining bar. Oh no, wait, we need Café Leblanc. Café Leblanc. And now we're gonna go up and do some proficiency, some lockpicks, because we are about to go back into Mementos.
Okay.
We need lockpicks. Here we go. Lockpicks. Clunk Plank got 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is a major boost. Bam! Level 3 skilled. We're still considerate, we're still bold, we're still learned. We're still boosting things. Next up is the Wednesday.
What do you think about that?
And here we have some people talking
I was
about
wondering about that.
the calling card, trying to compare it to the one that
That's cool.
Kamoshida received, which is a good analogy. That would be amazingly good.
It's so cool.
So there's all that. You know what? I think there's another question.
Oh, yes.
Yes, this one is proposed by Maruki, talking about the television show, TV station that we're going to for Thursday, Friday. Does that sound right? No, I think it's supposed to be Friday, Saturday. He's talking about totalitarianism and the differences between authoritarianism, and the difference is it's not one leader, it's one thought. So it's the way to keep someone's thoughts in line to your cultures. I think we do have a country that is totalitarianism because of the way they present the media to the people and all that.
You.
I may be incorrect, so do not quote me on it. I'm just looking at my wall of game pieces and I'm like, I should get more paintings done. I have Mario Bros. And Luigi's Mansion, and that's it. I must have more paintings.
This is it.
I used to do a painting per project, actually, just on a tangent while we're in this sort of off-sided lesson. I was doing sketches and designs for a new image per game, and I was putting them in a portfolio. I'll probably show them off one day. I actually have to catch back up. I think I stopped doing it on Octopath, which is bad on me. I really shouldn't have stopped. And I think I will go back, and what I'm gonna do is probably do it in watercolor. I do a pencil sketch first, so that I have a cool pencil sketch. And then I carbon copy it over to a bigger piece of paper, and that's where I use pencil crayons to create this sort of shaded, colored look, so that when I do eventually decide I want to paint this, I have a color guide of what it's supposed to look like. I'll have to go digging for that and probably do that for the afternoon. Yeah, because it's a bit late to start recording the next series. It is coming out. I told you guys that that series is going to be coming out, so please keep an eye out for it. But right now, I don't entirely
Sounds like the
have it
principal's trying to get info on the students. Why do you think he's doing that?
It's probably because of Mr. Kamoshida, right? Considering what happened with Suzuki-san.
Huh?
I heard Principal Kobayakawa knew about the sexual harassment too, and just turned a blind eye to it. I bet he wants to snuff out any rumors now. Even the volleyball team was told to keep quiet.
That's the worst. So that's what he's using Nijibe-senpai for?
Oh yeah, rumor has it she knew as well. Isn't that horrible? Chick's all noble about it too.
Nijima-senpai knew?
Now on, you should know better than what
is the
to
meaning
assume.
of this, Principal Kobayakawa? Why did you post that notice?
It was all for your sake.
This
I thought
is
the
me
more
commenting.
information you had, the easier your investigation would become. And did any information arise about the case I asked you to look into?
Nothing yet. I will pass the details along if anything comes up. Right now, there is a more pressing issue. It appears there are students at Shujin who are being threatened by a criminal organization. A student who saw your posting came to us looking for help. I'd like to request a countermeasure.
Isn't this some sort of mistake? I can't believe this would happen to the students of our academy. Now is no time for such problems. There is still lingering concern regarding the Phantom Thieves.
But we received a request for help.
I'm rather busy at the moment. If you wish to do something, you will need to act on your own.
Sir, are you sure about this? I'm still investigating your case as well.
Yes, that's correct. It works out perfectly. My intentions have borne fruit. This criminal organization must be the connecting factor. If you pursue this criminal issue, you'll surely find clues about the Phantom Thieves.
But that's absurd.
So, let's say this rumor is true. Do you intend to ignore those students in trouble? Your sister would have solved this easily if she were in your position. My expectations of you are very high. I hope you don't disappoint.
I thought I heard her voice before. Makoto is the English voice actress for Lucy Hartfilia in Fairy Tale. Let's kind of see what else she is. She's Sailor Venus in the Sailor Moon Crystal series? That's actually cool. Let's see. There's actually a lot that she's in. I'm just noting the ones that I've personally have watched and seen. Films, direct-to-video.
Hey! Hey!
And then other video games, I did see Fire Emblem. She's the voice of Mei in Fire Emblem Echoes. And Rhea and Saros in Three Houses. So that's super cool. We are about to go. Now that I look up, I see that we are actually about to be wrapping up soon in our post-production audio. So thank you guys so much for listening. I will now be cutting back to live audio. See you guys in just a minute. See ya. Well, that's gonna be great. I'm gonna have basically a full episode of no audio. I guess I'm gonna be post editing that. I'm so sorry, guys. Not bad, Ravener Senpai. You're pretty flexible and fast to catch on. At this rate, you'll have the fundamentals down in a heartbeat. It's all about harmony between the internal and external oblique muscles. I can't get enough of it. We're just getting started.
I knew it!
Feisty. Glad to hear it. Expert level gymnasts are beautiful, but they demand a lot of stretching. Let's continue.
Good effort!
I think that's enough stretching for now. Good effort. And I'd like to continue our training, but I'm actually not doing so great at the moment. So I'm not sure I can manage anything too strenuous. You doing okay? Oh, I'm not sick or anything. Physically, I'm doing perfectly fine.
I was thinking...
Do you remember how I said I wanted to talk to you about something? I've been feeling like I'm stuck in a slump. No matter how much I practice, I just can't get better. I went to my coach about it, but she told me to take some time off from gymnastics. According to her, I need to think about who I really am. The idea was not to stop doing gymnastics, just she wants me to take a break. I see. I've never had an issue that practice couldn't solve, but now I have no idea what to do, so I want you to help me.
You know...
Even if we're not doing gymnastics, will you still keep going out with me? No problem.
Thank you so much!
Thank you so much. I've heard my coach praising me. She says Kasumi's greatest weapon has always been her boldness. And honestly, that used to be true. I was totally fearless, confident gymnastics was a fun challenge. But ever since I started high school, I've been in a slump. I got taller for one, and there were some other complications. I can't move how I want anymore. Like, it's not even my own body. I kind of fell into a depression. It got pretty bad. But when you helped me in Shibuya, something occurred to me. When I saw how fearless you are, how confident you are, I knew you were right for the job. If I stick with you, Senpai, I think I can learn how to be confident again. Then follow my lead.
Yes!
Great, I'll try to. Thank you very much. You're a strange one, Senpai. I didn't think you'd accept. Well, I'll try to return the favor through our deal. Allows you to avoid being surrounded by enemies in palaces. Nice! After the lesson with Kasumi, Eden can now use tumbling. If a shadow attacks you head-on in a palace, you will be able to avoid being surrounded by enemies and turn the situation into a normal encounter or an ambush. Oh, excuse me. I should get going. I have a meeting with my coach. I need to get going for today, but I'll make sure you don't regret this. And the bow?
All right.
And my max HP. Oh, that's why Kasumi is a good one to do. She does health. Thank you for joining me today. Are you feeling sore after that? You place stress on muscles that you don't use very often. Please remember to massage them out before you sleep. But I'm glad you accepted my request. I was so relieved. I suddenly got really hungry, and then my stomach wouldn't stop growling in my meeting. You did eat eventually, right? An extra large beef bowl with a soft-boiled egg, with pork soup and a salad on the side. Or maybe I just hallucinated that. It would have been nice to have had a big meal like that, but since you're helping me out, I figured I should maintain my physical shape. I hope you can help me next time, Senpai. I'll be reaching out again soon. Well then, I'll talk to you soon.
Ah, you're back.
You know that we're going to that TV station tomorrow, yeah? I'm thinking we might find our next target there. Oh, right. We're always hearing gossip about the dark side of celebrities. I haven't heard that. With that much money, we've probably got their fingers in all sorts of dirty business. That phrasing has quite the immoral ring to it. Dude, you're always reacting to the weirdest stuff. Anyways, we got to observe a live recording of a show, right? Maybe we're gonna be on TV. We'll just be in the crowd, remember? Any TV appearance would be like 2 seconds. Try not to pull any fanciful stunts to garner attention, okay?
Hey!
Okay. Well, we are going to end the episode off here because, one, most of the episode is going to be audio recorded in post-production. I apologize about that. You guys are probably listening. I've already listened to it, so I am so sorry. Two, there is still more to do. We haven't even made it back to Mementos in order to do those rumors, which might get us closer to the criminals, and thus also closer to getting Makoto into our team. I'm kind of excited. She is a very interesting character and a good balance to our current team. That is about it. So thank you guys for watching. If you liked what you saw, please leave a comment in the comment section below, mash the like button, and subscribe if you have not for more Persona 5 Royal content. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!